Yeah, but I still can't click on start.
Yeah, the host, I'm pretty 99% sure.
Wait, it chose me as the
It looks
host.
very grey.
I think I became the host somehow because like for a split second it showed the start game, but now it's
I will make a nation review, and I started the stream.
Yeah?
Let's start with the greatest nation, ISIS
way.
prison colony.
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way.
start
Fuck.
from India because India is good. Europe is
Looks like you don't get in the game, Buku. That's
yeah,
weird.
I couldn't get into the game for some reason. As I said, it gave me the option to start the game for a second.
There is the ninja. No, it's
Somehow the host broke.
Okay, then I relaunch the game because I can't tag switch.
This map is pretty cursed. My name is Free on the map, which is yeah.
My name is good.
I made
But
the
someone here gave me the same.
Sweden can probably form Russia.
I made the Skanderberg.
Oh, yeah, Sweden can totally form Russia. He just needs to win one war against Lithuania.
But he's gonna form Yoms Vikings.
What the fuck is that?
Yoms Vikings is the new form of
Norse
the,
one.
the
And
Norse
is
one.
that better than Russia?
For the low province count he has, yes.
But if it's Russia, that's not gonna be a lot.
I mean, Russia is pretty good.
Russia is extremely good, but you know, Yoms Vikings is just more fun.
Do you get like huge quality bonuses? Or is
Yeah,
that-
Plus 1 land layer shock, 5 disc, 10 morale, 50% porcelain.
which is might even
Hello.
more powerful. Hello, I'm just doing a quick overview, finishing it, and then I'm gonna go because I don't really want to go through every nation. I kinda did it while the game was going on. Since there was
Maybe you
not
can
much
tell me real quick what happened during the session in Europe mainly because I didn't.
yeah, there was like after finishing the AI Muscovy, the Eastern Bloc, which is Poland, Lithuania, Prussia, and Sweden, went against Austria.
Yeah, and Austria seems
Austria
dead.
played kind of weirdly with at first not doing anything, and then after some time he went all in, like recruited all the mercs and took a few battles. I mean, it was kind of tough for him because his quality compared to Prussia and Sweden was very bad, but he was kind of hanging on. He lost one war and then he declared no CB on Poland. After a while, he got defeated anyways, of course, but France used this opportunity to go against Poland, and so that was France, current Lotharingia and Westphalia going against Prussia, Sweden, Poland and Lithuania. But the thing was, after the war with Austria, Poland was bankrupt. I guess he was debt accumulated from the Muscovy War.
Yeah, Muscovy, then Austria. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually the Westerners managed to win. It was tough. They made it as hard on themselves.
Yeah,
as possible,
only-
fighting on -2 forts.
Only 4
But,
provinces got exchanged, but 1 gold mine, I think.
Yeah,
XDR,
gold
you
mine,
got a review.
Yeah.
a lot of
Alright.
forts. Yeah, and actually 2 gold mines. Because the
Oh, yeah,
Poland
the-
took one from Austria as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let people go to
Yeah, I will post
and,
the.
I'm gonna go. So GG guys, see ya next week.
See ya.
hopefully.
Okay, so well, we can start with France. I'm on France at the moment. I need to boost the sound on my system so we can hear everybody, unlike last time.
Did you learn it, how to properly do it this time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
What gold mine is this part? I thought there was only one in Germany.
so
Yeah.
the
The Bohemian gold mine.
Oh, Bohemia, right?
yeah.
There was one that snake towards.
and now the Austrian one is owned by France. So France got one, and Westphalia got one. And so France is going bankrupt soon. He has 84 loans out of 98 can take. But he's at max mana at the moment. He was brain dead for the end of the session. He can take, well, he will be able to take when he gets back. But the thing is that he can still invest a bit more and not bankrupt right away, because he can still take, how is that, like 6k? So 6k is not too shabby. But yeah, the truce will end soon. So I mean, he should probably not wait too much. He could still upgrade the advisors and wait a few more months if requested. On a more general note, he makes 113 a month. That's a bit of inflation because of the loans. The force limit is 208, 115 discipline for 47 of quality. In terms of IDs, he finished quantity, so he's good to go, and he can take the techs. So everything looks okay on this front, apart from the huge debt, but that's still manageable. He's allied with Great Britain, Lotharingia, and Westphalia. Only France is a great power in this block. Is notably not allied to his southern neighbors. The name placement of Castile is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Like it's literally not on Castile. I was wondering where was the name of Castile. France has a little of coring to do, but nothing problematic there. We can take a look at his allies, so it should be that. Great Britain is allied with France and Lotharingia, his two only neighbors. He does not even neighbor France. And actually, Lotharingia got Normandy, which was English for a while. Yeah. When did it happen? In 1537. So why why did he sell it to you?
It was an accord actually, because I at first to make the plan I was discussing with you, but well, I told him I didn't want to fight him and all, but we had to make an agreement about the EC on this part, on the continental part.
That gave you a lot of money.
I mean, at the point we made the agreement, it was easy for me to take it by force.
Okay.
So that's why it was easier for me to make an agreement about them.
Yeah. Okay, so you cornered him and you said I want this land, and he had no reason but to give it. Is it that?
Yeah, I gave some money and a promise
To not go further. Okay.
yes.
But that that should boost your income quite a lot. England is
Actually,
yeah.
it does actually.
I will look at Lotharingia just after, but England is doing still okay. 77 income, force limit of 58, which was expected since well, he's going colonial, but is finishing quantity rather soon. Only 2 IDs left. He can pay for one, and he took the tech, so there is no reason not to. He could get some money there, but everything is okay otherwise. No loans or anything. In terms of buildings, some workshops are there, not a single regimental camp, no barracks either, a few temples, but not that many, and no manufacturers. So not a lot of buildings. I'm a bit surprised. I would have thought that England could invest a bit more, but okay. We will over Lotharingia now. So Lotharingia. Lotharingia is starting to have a quite nice nice coastline. Not the easiest shape in terms of defensiveness and defensive, defensive terrain in which regroup in term if needed. But I mean, with the alliance of France, if it stays like that, it's still quite defensible.
Yeah, we have an agreement with Westphalia. He gave me a province which gave me an expansion in Prussia.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he's my natural ally.
Okay, that makes sense. So you have a few loans, but only the estate ones, so that's completely okay. The income doubled, I think, during the session, or yeah, close to double. 102, that's way better than it was before. The force the force limit is also quite nice, 143. So I guess you finished quantity. Yeah, you did. The workshops are pretty much everywhere. Training regimental camps quite a lot as well, so that's nice. Few barracks also. Still a lot of temples in the north, so you will be able to destroy them once you finish exploiting that.
APUs and facades.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's still good because it gives more money when you exploit, but don't forget to replace them later on. In fact, the governing capacity is bugged again. That's a bit annoying. And are you? Yeah, you are integrating Utrecht as well. So you are completely boxed in by your allies, apart from the north. But the north is a good expansion pass, so why not? Okay. I will look at Westphalia next. It's west.
Yeah, I mean, I could go to Fort for example, so that's
Yeah. And that's good money coming into the English Channel. Since you already fought against Prussia and Sweden, it kinda makes sense to continue. So Westphalia is having two vassals, Salzburg and Ingolstadt, allied to France and Tuscany. That's a lot of forts. He has a lot of forts. I mean, it makes sense because he's enclaved and can be attacked pretty much from all sides, but how many does he have? He has 11 forts in 40 province. That's nice. Still some things to core. If I was him, I would have well, I mean, he wants to keep the gold mine for himself, but I would have released Bohemia and then taken the gold mine from them, because Bohemia still has a lot of cores around. So if he wants to keep fighting against Poland and Salzburg, it's a nice idea to do that. Then again, we started diving, so you want to keep the deep points and use the admin points. So yeah, it's not it's not compulsory. He's making 116. He has a force limit of 166. The total morale is 4.2, 115 discipline. So he's able to fight. Workshops pretty much everywhere. Barracks also. Some regimental camps. A lot of temples because HRE miners built them, I think. So he will have to destroy them quite soon if he wants to continue building, because I think most of the provinces, a lot of provinces are full because it's forest. So these temples are not going to last very long, I think. We can go to Prussia. I think that Prussia has a quite smaller income, 38. Still running the tax wars, the war taxes. That's probably a mistake because we're no longer in the age of colonization. We're in the age of reformation, which means that they are no longer free. So you lose 1000 points doing that. well, he has a 666, so I mean, do he really care about mana anymore? I don't know. But still a good idea to remove the war taxes. He could increase that and kill the Junkers. 80 force limit, quite low because he doesn't have quantity, he has quality and divine, which means that his discipline is 123. He could still boost it a little bit more by militarizing. He could reach 125, which is quite decent at this stage of the game. And a morale of oh, he's bankrupt. He's bankrupt. Ah, I didn't see that. So if he was to go full, he would have 6.6 morale. That's very good. Very good. He could still bring a good fight, even though the force limit and the economy are problematic. How long will he be bankrupt for? The bankruptcy ends next year, so I guess he will go fight back against Westphalia at this point. It seems like his only possible expansion path. Why does it say that I can change government reform while I can't? I don't know. So his income is still small, and since he's allied with Sweden, who owns basically Danzig, well, Lübeck is not going to get much more money. So he needs workshops and manufacturers ASAP. Sweden is allied to Lithuania, Poland, and Prussia. None of them is great power. Actually, the only great power in Europe is France. Sweden has some loans, but only the estates one. Lübeck is rebellious. Why is that? Enforced religion. Oh, Lübeck is north as well. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is. We have a fairly nice North nation and quite historical. Like it kinda look at what North would have been in the end of the 9th century or so, something like that. Would be nice if there was some Norse invasion in England as well. And now that Norway is going away, there will be even more Norse around. The income is 130, so quite a solid one. 61 from trade in Lübeck, I guess. Oh, 25 only, 23 here, and 12 here. Okay, so he's collecting everywhere since he's still sharing the Lübeck one, so probably a good choice. The force limit is 154, 110 discipline, 4.5, 4.6 morale. He popped a golden era. Oh yeah, golden era is there. So that was probably in order to fight back the West Europeans and Muscovy as well. So he expanded quite a lot in Muscovy. He had a small snake, but he must have taken 100% war again. He didn't vassalize much. Lithuania vassalized a bit, but he did not. He could have taken Novgorod and then gone for reconquest on Muscovy with that. But I guess since aggressive expansion is not a problem anymore, he doesn't really care about that. Interestingly, he has Riga, probably for the center of trade. So he probably have an agreement with Lithuania about it. But Lithuania is giving some money because of that. Norway. I'm sorry about the cough. I hope I won't die before the end of the nation review. Norway is making 30 ducats a month, 30 force limit. But Finland is doing great. New Norway is looking great as well. Norway has, where is it? Norway has 108 own development, but the subject have 700 combined. So once he exile, I guess he will look fairly okay. What else to say about Norway? Is allied with Lithuania, France, Malaya, and Lenap. So why is he allied to Lenap? Is he trying to vassalize them? No, I don't think he will be able to vassalize them. I have no idea at all why he is allied in the New World to an OPM, but probably has a reason. Strangely, he is allied to France and Lithuania, who were fighting each other in the big European war. So I guess he's playing the neutrality card and not taking sides. Austria is dead, so we will skip it. Poland took a small beating. He lost 4 provinces there, including a gold mine, so it must hurt a bit the income. The income is 64. It would have been probably 10 or 12 above that with the provinces he lost. So it's a bit annoying. The force limit is 104. Few loans, but the estate ones. He could put. He cannot put Ottomans as a rival, so he probably just dropped. Quite a lot over diplomatic limit. Ansbach is a vassal, but he cannot integrate it anymore since it's disconnected. He may have. I think he has. Diplomatically annexed it since he never touched it, but I mean I don't see the point. I think he should break it because he's losing mana because of that, and it's not giving him anything. Like it's not strategic, it's not going to grow, it doesn't have any cores or anything, and he probably won't be able to join right away, so I would release it. Saxony is a vassal as well, and Moldavia is a vassal and is allied to Sweden, Lithuania and Prussia, and he has also Opol as a vassal. So he should probably try to get strong duchies, even though with this kind of influence it's not gonna be easy to remove one of the privileges he already has. The inflation is in order. 120 discipline, that's good. The morale is not the best, but it's okay. And he has 2 possibilities of wars, either Westphalia or Ottoman. Lithuania. Lithuania benefited quite a lot from the death of Muscovy. I think that, Muscovy used to own a lot of land actually. So Tver is a vassal of Lithuania. It grew quite a lot and actually owns... no, Moscow is owned by Sweden. Okay. Bashkiria is a vassal of Oirat, and now they are trying to snake a little bit to block Oirat and get this land for themselves. Muscovy is getting killed by Odoyev, who's trying to get independent, and supported only by AIs. Okay, so that makes I think Lithuania quite happy because they will be able to eat this land for free. Ryazan is also a vassal. No, it's a march. Ryazan is a march of Lithuania. Interesting. Same as Poland, they should probably get strong duchies to not lose too deep per month. Few loans, but the estates ones the income is low. That's not very high. The income is quite low. The force limit is not the biggest either. Quantity is not yet finished at all. Only 1 ID in it. And quite late in text as well, which is going to build up some corruption. At the moment it's still manageable, but like if he wants to root out the corruption, he's losing quite a lot of money. Because the income is low as well, it's going to be troubling. So Lithuania is not in a position to fight anyone at the moment. He needs at least 1 good session of consolidation in order to start being able to fight someone. we can go to, we will skip Muscovy since it's dead. We'll go to Ottomans. Ottomans, 321 income, 223 benef, so that's a very rich nation. Looking at the production income, there is a lot of manufacturers built. I think, yes, they are pretty much everywhere already, with the workshops, with the barracks as well, and the regimental. Oh, not that many regimental coms. Okay, so Bob went for the income first instead of the force limit. That can be understood since his force limit is already 382. In terms of IDs, everything is done. The techs are there as well. Innovativeness is through the roof. Army professionalism of 50, so still good. But not that many forts, only 16 forts. I recall that Westphalia has 11 forts. So if you look at Ottomans and Westphalia, it's almost as hard to invade Westphalia as it is to invade Ottomans. Just in terms of forts, obviously, not in terms of armies. Is allied to Tuscany and to Ayyubids, so his south and his west are secured. He can expand either in QQ, Oirat, Lithuania or Poland, or finish up Austria and Hungary. Hungary is a vassal actually, which kinda indicates where he wants to go, because Hungary has cores on Poland and Austria, so it's probably going where he will keep going. He can make a few states yet, which means that he's not over governing capacity. I will reload the save because it's annoying me. Ah shit. Well, I won't reload the save then. But he's still not at governing capacity. He has 15 of 5 own development, so it's strange that he's not at capacity. But he probably has a few trade companies, which explains why no trade companies actually. Well, this is a trade company. This is there a map to see them? Is there a map for the trade companies? I don't remember. I don't see one. Okay, no problem. But he has 9 states in trade companies, which means that it's going to lower the governing capacity. So it kinda makes sense. He is rolling only 2 level 2 advisors. That's really strange. With the kind of money that you're making, Bob, you could get better advisors, I think. He moved his capital to Udavandigar, probably to get trade companies in the western side. What more to say? He's waiting to integrate Hungary, I think, to pop this mission. And I have no clue why he's not getting this mission. I mean, it's free admin and free income, and like it's less and less strong as the game progresses because it's flat income. Plus, I mean, the inflation reduction does not do much, but this is a very good income boost that would allow to pay for the force limit buildings. So yeah, I don't really know. We can go to Castile and to Sicilies. Morocco is dead. I didn't notice that. So yeah, that's why Castile's name placement is that disgusting. He snaked directly through Morocco into Mali. So the Europeans are definitely coming for Africa. There is a lot of Protestants and a lot of Catholics. I guess Mali is not very happy about that, but it was still played. Income is 122, Benef 51, force limit 143, allied to 2 Sicilies, so they are sticking together, even though the Muslim box kinda exploded or lost under the pressure, so good for them. In terms of text, that's good. In terms of ideas, that's good as well. That's a very nice ruler, and that's a very nice mana generation. Chancellor Fernando V di Savoia, which is from State General, and is on the statist. Oh, is on the statist side, so he will go away next year. That's a bit unlucky. Actually, 2 Sicilies is getting attacked. Well, I guess they are finishing Morocco, but 2 Sicilies is getting occupied at least by Morocco. Is that a separate war? It's not a separate war. Why? I mean, it's dead, so... Oh yeah, but Castile is not in. Castile is not in. I'm a bit slow in the head. Let's look at 2 Sicilies, TTS. 2 Sicilies is making 52 a month, that's not a lot. Force limit is 86, but it could go to 94, 92 by just clicking the policy. It's free, so why not do it? It could also take the technology. The estates seem okay. I would give a bit more, but since we will start removing them soon, it's probably a bit too late. The crown land is very high. I mean, it's a bit early to start building it, so you could still get a bit of money, like out of it, for free. 2 Sicilies is looking quite okay, but do they have the navy to sustain this scattered nation? They have 66 force limit and a nice fighting fleet of 29 galleys and 1 heavy. So I guess only Ottomans can challenge them. Possibly Tuscany. Possibly Ayyubids as well. So yeah, in fact, a lot of people could contest it. And if 2 Sicilies doesn't control the seas, they are a bit fucked, especially against Tuscany. So they should probably invest a bit more in the navy by building some shipyards and a lot more galleys. Galleys are quite cheap, and without the control of the seas, 2 Sicilies would fall very, very fast. I think I forgot Tuscany in my first overview. Tuscany is close to religious turmoil. Will it pop? I guess it will. But religious turmoil is not that problematic, so it will help finishing converting the nation. Should not really be a problem. Income is 93, 20 Benef, force limit is 111, so I guess a lot of regimental comps were built. Oh, not that many. Okay. Lots of workshops, lots of barracks, some manufactories, okay, and lots and lots of temples. Okay. I mean, temples are not a bad thing if you can make them in early, but like you will have to.
They were mostly built early, and I had to dump a lot of admin mana.
Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah, so it works out. You should probably start exploiting a lot. Like it can be really a lot of money.
Exploiting as soon as it hits. So I'll be exploiting start next game for that again.
Okay. So allied with Ottomans and allied with Westphalia, so 2 pretty strong nations. That's a good alliance network. The natural enemies are probably France and two Sicilies, I would say. They are notably not allied, and I know that France is going to bankrupt soon, so that's definitely an opportunity. So 120 force limits, that means 1 inf, 2, 3, and 15 cannons. Okay, so not a full back row yet, but close to that, and if you are fighting with the Ottomans, I don't think there is a problem for the cannons. Okay, so where do we go now? We did everybody there. Ayyubids maybe? Hello. Ayyubids. The color is pretty pog. It's very bright. Good looking gold color. What are the ideas? Tax.
Pretty good.
Shock damage received 10%, which is very nice in early to mid game. 5% discipline in ambition, so that's good. For defense, it can definitely be useful. National manpower recovery, that's really nice. 10% morale, okay. CCA, well, I mean, it's soon going to be useless, but I mean, why not? Core creation cost is always nice when you win wars. And goods produced. So overall, quite a strong set since there is both morale and discipline. Just lacking the dev cost maybe, but still the goods produced is very enjoyable. So yeah, strong set. Regency is going to end soon for 433. The income is 90, okay. Force limit of 155, that's quite good as well. Still allied to Ottomans and Persia, former QQ, so very strong alliance network to the north. Morocco being dead means that the Iberians, who are the natural enemies, are starting to be quite nearby. You will have a border. You already have a border here in Mali, so it will probably be two front wars. Quite interesting. Ethiopia and Ayyubids are still the borders didn't change much. They cleaned the AIs. There are no forts at all. So I guess you trust him. Trust him quite a lot because but he does not have forts either, so it seems to be effectively a quite peaceful region.
Yes.
Uh,
Mistake. I don't know if you saw it, but player crashed and AI released it.
what?
The released Yemen.
Oh, Yemen.
But
Okay.
AI released
Yeah, so I guess you can get
safe edits.
save edits to get it integrated back, because it will be a bit painful. They have 452 diplo. It's not really pleasant. That's a good general. 5432 defensive planner as well. Really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus like it's 10% that you stack with the 10% you have in ideas. So yeah, it's one of the best traits you could have. So Hormuz got vassalized by Vijay, which is basically a declaration of war, but it was not the Vijay player, it was a sub. So diplomacy is still possible, I think, to get it back. If it was to be fought, if Persia is not in the war, the only way for them is to go through Hormuz, and if you have a navy, then you can block it. And if Persia does not give access, it's a pretty easy war. But if Persia is in the war, then you have to fight it a bit more.
Yes.
In terms of buildings, center is built up, but the desert is not. I mean, it makes sense. Desert is shit land anyway. Not a lot of barracks, no regimental camps. Regimental camps will will soon be very interesting.
I still have a lot of push limit anyway, so it's not needed.
I mean, Ottomans have double now, and I think each Indians have more than 200.
Yes.
So like it
Let's first try to build the force limit before we expand.
yes. Ethiopia, 62 income, 20 from gold. So that's starting to be a bit worrying that the income is not increasing much more. Like still relying on gold so late into the game is a bit problematic. Plus they have to 12 both. So you need to diversify and start building the production and the manufacturers. Because at the moment, by just controlling 2 of your provinces, basically the enemy can cripple 1/3 of the income. Fair enough, they are quite easily defendable, they are in the heart of the country, but still it's a liability to depend on so few provinces. In terms of technologies, he can take the military one, but a bit late on the 2 others, not much though. IDs nearly completed. The ICA will be nice to have, as well as the 5%, well 10% discipline with economy. Force limit is 117. Discipline is a bit low, but it will be better in 2 ideas. In terms of alliance, allied with Congo, Mali and Rosvi, so the South African hug box seems to be still quite alive, even if Morocco and Ayyubids are not formally allied with it anymore. Rosvi. So Rosvi is making 107, force limit of 90. He is at force limit at the moment. Quantity is finished, but not quality, so that's not the biggest force limit. I was expecting more, especially with quality finished. How much def does he have? 478. Okay. Colonizing a bit, I think, with the African reform. Yes, he's colonizing there. Okay, and he found some gold. That's lucky. That's lucky. He is allied with Ethiopia, Congo, Mali, so they are very tight all together. No more vassals to integrate. Started building quite a lot of crown land. I would still get the money to make some buildings. Workshops are pretty much done. Manufacturers cannot build any. That's because a lot of trade goods are not unlocked yet. And what you need to build at the moment are regimental comms. That's the priority. Advisors are nice. 6 mil, so you keep him. Probably try to abdicate as soon as you can. Congo finished cleaning up. Burundi and Kikonja are vassals. Only Bunyoro is left. So that's a bit better. I would have gone for insta integration instead of vassalization, especially since he's up to take in admin. Quantity is not finished. The income is 48, quite low, and the force limit is also quite low as well. So that's why I would have integrated instantly to boost the force limit and also boost the income, because the vassals give next to nothing. Like it's in terms of dev, it's nearly half the country. 400 dev for the vassals compared to 426 for the overlord. But in terms of income, it's 128 for 48. So it's a lot of dev that does not give much, as long as it's in the hands of the vassals. And admin is not important for 3 techs. 2 techs to get the Force ID group, so you could have invested to get it directly. He is still allied with Mali as well. He colonized in Guinea, colonized the Cape. It's possibly a trade company. it looks like it's not a trade company, so why not make it a full state? Like, it's good land, it's very good land. And he started colonizing Brazil as well. Interesting. So Brazil is a thing. It also gives a merchant. It's starting to be quite nice. Does he yet have gold? Not yet. I think the gold is, yeah, it's around there. So it could start to be quite profitable at some point. The ideas are not finished. We'll look at Mali. Just a second. Check. So Mali is tech 8, 9, 11, so quite a bit late in admin, 4 tech lates. So that means that in terms of ID group, yeah, it's not done yet, and the IDs are not going to be completed before a while, like a big while. So that means that in terms of fighting capacity, the nation is really late. 30 income, 37 force limit. Yeah, the nation cannot fight alone at all. He can basically just field 2 combat wits, and he cannot pay for cannons. So really need allies. Luckily for him, he has Ethiopia, Congo, and Rosby backing him, so it's gonna be okay. Should take the money, because money is really important at the moment. Maybe take the inflation. Oh, yeah, no, it's not gonna be doable. Explorer, do you really need an exploration guy? I don't think so. At least he has the institution, that's a good thing. And I'm pretty sure that the gold mine are still not devved. So at this point, it's well. I think I should send him a message, because he's not looking at donation review at all, and making only like 2.6 in gold so late in the game. It's really problematic. Okay, Persia. Persia has very nice borders. I like it. It's very smooth. Like the borderline seems really nice. Especially once Karabakh will be integrated, it will be even better, I think. Just this province is too much, but apart from that, it's really beautiful. 2 estate loans, income of 71. I'm surprised there is not more from trade. Why is that? He's only controlling 61 trade.
The Ottomans are taking
Yeah, Ottomans are taking 5. Karabakh is also collecting, so I guess he did not. Oh, he did not actualize. Shit. Fuck. I think I will have to reload the save, because if we don't see vassals, it's going to be annoying. But I think he does not get the power, the trade power from Karabakh. Karabakh is his vassal, and is actually taking a fair chunk, 9% of the trade node. 9% is 2 ducats. So you want nearly 3 ducats. So you want to transfer the trade towards you, even if they are rebellious. It's not really a problem, because the money is better in your pocket than in the pocket of the enemy. 111 force limit, quality not finished, eco not finished. So he still needs to consolidate a bit, but the techs are online, so that is good. The nation is going to be strong despite the early wars against Timurids, but his only ally is Ayyubids, and is bordering a very scary Punjab. So he will have to probably find some help, possibly in the hands of Oirats. That could be a natural ally against Punjab. In terms of buildings, we have a few workshops. You want workshops quite early in the region, because it's a lot of money. It's nice trade goods, and the dev is quite high. In terms of manufacturers, only one. In terms of churches, there are some. In terms of regimental camps, only two. No barracks at all. So the nation needs to be built. Is paying for all the forts all the time, and that's a lot of forts. How many are there? 12 fortress. I reckon you could stop paying for those that are inside, because by the time the enemy arrive there, they will be fully reinforced, and it's still some money that is gained, so it could be good. Also, this fort is maintained, this one as well. I would destroy this fort and make one there instead. That would be better. I mean, this fort itself is not bad, but it's a bit redundant with this one. And since the economy is a bit problematic, you need to save the money where you can. Infantry. Oh, there is a full cannon stack. Okay, for 3 infantry stacks. Okay. The combat width is 27 now, so you need to update them, which will be 8 more Ks, but it's still okay. So Persia can definitely fight. Once quality and eco will be finished, we will have 10 more discipline there, a bit more morale as well. So it will be a nice nation to watch. Punjab. So Punjab notably finished integrating Afghanistan and Balochistan, which makes it not the greatest power, but the second greatest power in the world. Bengal is fairly close as well. Bengal is extremely big, actually. Punjab is not paying for the forts on the Indian side. He is paying for a few ones to the south, so he did not trust that much. He trusted a bit, but not that much, his neighbors. Income is 163, 81 benef, so that's really nice. 200 K on the field, 223 max. That's good. He's running only a level 1 admin advisor, probably because he's not expecting to core anything very soon. The price of the advisors is really high. Why is that so high? He does have... What? Yeah, possibly. And like, so this one has the discount. It does not have... I think it doesn't have the 25% discount for the diplomatic advisors, and no discounts at all. So they are fairly high. I'm surprised because I pay my tier 4 less than 5 ducats. So this looks extremely expensive to me. In terms of buildings, some workshops done along is that the Bengal what river is it again? I think it's the Bengal Delta. Oh yeah, the Ganges, the Ganges. Yeah, I was lost a bit. Manufacturers, he has some dozen, a bit less than a dozen. No barracks, but I think regimental camps. Oh, some, not that many. I'm surprised he did not build much more. In terms of fort, there is a very nice defensive line. This fort I think is a bit useless, since there is a mountain just after. It's a desert, so it does not really give penalties. I would build one.
I'm pretty sure that's because you just integrated.
Yeah, well, it was Afghanistan or
Yeah, this was Afghanistan.
yeah, so Afghanistan was integrated a few years back. Became a core of Punjab 8 years ago. So I would destroy it there and make one in Bamiyan, I think, or Kabul maybe. Either one of them is good. Probably more Kabul to block from there. This is a nice fort. This is a nice fort as well. Again, a bit redundant, but it's good to be sure against the hordes, so it's still a good idea. and this one is extremely good because it's a fort and it's glacial, so lot of attrition for the enemies. Oh, that's okay. So the capital of Punjab is Purang, just next to Bengal, and trapped between the Himalayas and the Changtang Desert.
Yeah, we're going to touch capitals there.
Okay. That's why not? And what is he building? Yeah, he's building a castle there. So I guess it's yeah. He will lock this place so that there is only one way to arrive to it, and you will probably do the same from the other side. It's not a bad idea since the center of India is a very bad defensive terrain, but it's a bit too close to the Oirats for me to feel very safe. Then again, it's mountains, and Oirats don't like to go this way, so why not? I mean, what it means is that you will never dive it to 50, so the bonus from the last age won't be doable. Then again, are we going to play until the last age? That's
He's also already popped his wallet now.
yeah, he did for diving, I think. He did, you're right, in 38, so when he finished integrating Afghanistan and Baluchistan. So he has 40 more years to dev with it. In terms of ideas, everything is done. Technology, everything is okay. A bit late in deep, but that's understandable since he ditched more than 1k, like approximately 2k, I think, in integrating both. But he will catch up quite soon. He's still allied with Bengal and Vijay, so only Persia and Oirat are potential enemies for him. Vijayanagar. That's a nice looking nation. Once Palitana will be gone, it will be even smoother because this is a bit confusing in terms of colors. There are a few loans, ED estate ones, no big deal. 127 income, 70 from production, 178 79 force limit. Okay, the ideas are done. He can pop some missions. This one gives 15% CCA, this one gives 10% morale, so he's keeping the good missions, the int missions. He could probably pop this one as well. I don't remember what the Pulicat event means, and he probably could get the two events here, but keeping the morale and the CCA is probably good idea still. He will want this mission fairly soon because we are in dev cycle, and getting war reparation from 3 countries is not that hard. You just need like a player war and giving them compensation instead. And 10% dev cost on the whole nation. It's a good thing. I mean, is it the whole nation or the province Vijayanagar? It possibly is the capital. It is global? Okay, so if it is global, then he needs to pop it ASAP because deving is basically like it's the best time to dev. All of his nation is prosperous. He didn't fight for a very long while. He has eco finished, so basically until tech 17 there is no better time to dev. In terms of buildings, the workshops are done, so that's why we have 70 income in production. Some manufacturers, a lot of barracks as well, and not that many regimental camps, but still some. We have a navy here. Oh yeah, I didn't look that much at the navy situation in the Mediterranean, so I will do that before I go to Bengal, because I'm quite interested in who would get supremacy. He has 3 stacks, 25, so they're not updated to the 27 combat widths now. He could field a lot more. Does he have cannons? No cannons yet, so at no point in the game he wanted to fight a player. That's good information to have. I will go back to Mediterranean in terms of navy. So we have 16 here, 4 light ships here, small fighting navy here, 2 heavies plus 6 galleys, so no match for 2 CCs. Yeah, they're not even updated, yeah. Yeah, so he's not playing the navy fight. Ottomans has a big better navy, 63 galleys and probably one that is his how is that called? Flagship. Tuscany doesn't have a navy. It has 16 here, light ships there, 14 galleys. So it's not a fighting fleet at all. So the biggest navy is Ottomans, then it's 2 Sicilies, and then probably Castile. Do we have boats? Light ships as well, and oh, okay, 6 heavies. That's not really much either. 8 heavies. Yeah, it's not a lot. What does GB have? GB has 54 galleys and 3 heavies. The mighty galleys of England. You know that the game is broken when Great Britain starts making galleys. Like, what the fuck? He will...
Ethiopian navy is a bioweapon.
Yeah. I mean, is there inland sea around? I don't think there is.
Galleys get bonus on any coast.
Oh, true. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense, but like it's...
Inland seas give them a 100% bonus in combat against non-galleys. Coast gives a 50%.
Okay.
Inland seas are still where galleys are.
Is it still better than the British heavies? Like this, they have 15% heavy ship compatibility, so
Which the main issue is you can get cheaper combat. And
yeah.
so with a 50% boost, it's definitely. I'd have to test. I would assume even with a 50% boost, you would probably play like 10, 15. It's probably because the thing is just cost. Like it's cost versus force limit.
Yeah, but his naval force limit is not that high. He doesn't have any bonuses to it yet. So you would want to maximize the firepower you have without getting...
Because naval engagement with now scales used to
Yeah.
be 25 non-scaling, which is ways to get maxed by like 90%. Current combat rate
It's
is
50. Yeah.
and you can acquire like 60% from the general. Another 30, so 80 combat with. So that would be.
He has a good
160
leader.
galleys, which is simply not much.
Yeah, so that's why I think that heavy ships are more interesting for him, because like he only needs 20 heavies to fill the combat width, a little bit less, 18, and he could,
Assuming he's using a general. No.
yeah, he has 3 maneuver on his explorer, but so he could make a rotation of 2 or 3 combat widths with pure heavies, while he absolutely cannot do that with galleys. I mean, his income is not that high, so paying too much for a fleet would be problematic, but yeah. Okay, so I will go back to Vijay real quick. So Vijay has 7 heavies fighting against the 18 galleys, I think, or 16 galleys that Ayubid has around here. So currently, I think that it would be pretty even. I think that Vijay would still win, but with a few more galleys, Ayubids can secure the strait, and then Kite can fight Punjab, or at least not be invaded by Punjab that easily.
Notably, neither side.
Yeah, so they are not considering the.
It would be absolutely one-sided in the Strait of Hormuz itself. It's not 100% boost.
Yeah. Ah, fuck, I did it again. I did it again. Okay.
If transports are a significant factor, there are 17 transports.
Yeah, they can tank.
Absorb.
Yeah, they can tank a lot.
Transports absorb 8.
Yeah. Okay, Bengal is making 112, 40 Benef, force limit of 246, allied with Vijay and Punjab, few loans, but manageable, only one that's not its state. Check. Is not running any advisors, so AI, yeah, AI was a bit dumb again. Integrating Basta, have Khmer and Daiviet as vassals. Khmer still has notably some cores on Ayutthaya, even though most were conquered this session. Daiviet is looking quite great as well, so that's a fairly meaty Bengal, and the rest of Southeast Asia is locked in and will be integrated soon. Yunnan is still up for the grabs, the northern part of it, so that's going to be a big Bengal. What's a bit concerning is that the trade value is not that high in the Bengal node itself, because not much is flowing inside of it. It's mostly local.
Also, critics 10.
Easy. yes, he is. Krediax is stealing, while notably Vijay is not stealing a lot. It's absolutely not stealing at all. That's strange. Is Vijay steering towards Doab? No, he's steering towards Coromandel. What the fuck? Why is it not?
Pushing from Deccan to Coromandel and collecting more.
Yes, but like when I hover on the panel in Bengal, it literally says 0.0 going towards Coromandel. But when I look at Vijay, it says that it pushes 3.10 from Bengal to Coromandel. So there is some of this number is lying. So Bengal, we were saying 112 income. Okay, 246 force limit. The discipline is there. Max morale would be around 4, I guess. A bit less than 4, okay. Prestige is still a bit tanked because of the religious swap, maybe? Yeah, it starts Muslim. Yeah. Okay. Still a lot to convert, but it should not be too hard.
I won't convert anything to Hindu, I'll go Sikh.
Okay, so... Okay. You want to shift soon?
Once my ruler is, I can't shift.
Okay. Yeah, but that's a good ruler, so you don't want him to die too early.
It's really good.
Yeah, Industrious, Tricked, 435, really good. The air is still quite good as well. 356, it's even better, I think, in terms of mana. But the traits are nice. In terms of buildings, we have some barracks, we have quite a lot of regimental camps. That's a nice job. Workshops as well. A lot of temples in this region, so you will have to remove them to get some money. Manufacturers, okay. You didn't exploit everything. Yeah, that's true. But you should be over governing capacity, I think, since you have. Yeah.
No, I just created a vessel, so I'm way over.
Yeah, I will just look at that. Okay, so it's lagged because I mean there is no way you're not above for governing capacity. Are you planning on giving? Yeah, so you gave this. Okay. Are the other ones given yet? Yeah, you given the estates to increase the privileges to increase the governing capacity. So I guess Daiviet and Khmer are not going to be integrated anytime soon. Not before this one at least. Ouais. Ok, bah ouais. Moi je vais arrêter dans pas longtemps de toute façon. Bonne nuit chef. Sorry for that. So I think it's good for Bengal, only allied to the two other Indians to the west. It's been a few campaigns in a row now that we have a very tight Indian hug box with 3 nations going each way. It's quite a recurring theme. Malaya. Malaya is making 126 a month. Okay, 64 is from trade. This is going to keep increasing quite a lot. Who is contesting here? Malacca, who is a vassal, I think, and Bengal, only 8% is going away. Malacca is not getting his trade stolen. I would do that, and then find a way to make them happy, either by influencing them or something. But like just like that, it will increase the income. Just influencing them maybe should do it. Oh, already influencing, so just a gift. Because it's 20% that they have in the node, and that's a lot of money actually. So allied only with Norway, who's probably not gonna help, but receiving power from ISIS prison colony and Malacca. Okay. Malacca is probably extremely angry because, yeah, aggressive expansion and annexed other vassals. Not much to say, like colonization is going well. The AIs were cleaned approximately everywhere. Force limit is 94, but it's not a land nation, it's a naval nation, probably the biggest navy in the world at the moment. 120 ships, 33 so transport troops, galleys, okay, galleys, light ships patrolling in my node, don't like that. Other light ships patrolling in Canton, I'm not very big fan of that as well. Is that recent? I have not noticed it, so I
Back when Udon existed.
What?
I started it back when Udon existed. With AI.
Okay. I mean, we could probably find a more suitable arrangement for both of us economically. I will see how much money it makes you win and how much it makes me lose, and I will see if it's like if I could not compensate you to remove the losses. I will make a deal. Yeah, but the steering has been nerfed in the mod, so I don't really like. I don't know actually. I don't know if it's.
I still have higher trade efficiency.
Yeah.
That's before trade.
Why are your galley fleets of 29 galleys? Is that on purpose?
I just had a fleet and I split it in half.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think I built. At one point that was a full combat wave, and the combat wave upgrade and split it in half since
Yeah.
Australia.
So you have 58 galleys and 4 heavies. That's a bit more than a combat width. I think you're the only one that can fill the full combat width on the planet.
The thing is,
With Bob.
what's not considered there is I have a policy that increases it by 20%. And
Oh yeah.
maneuver pip an admiral increases
Where is it? A policy.
policy. The naval export.
Oh yeah, yeah. That you can take whenever you want, and there is no other bonuses. No. Oh, superior seamanship. What is that an idea? Oh, naval. Okay.
But each, unless the mod nerf it,
And yeah, oh, that's a good.
bonus gives 10%, so I can get up to a total of 90% bonus to agent.
Yeah, and you have a 6/6 admiral, so no one really wants to fight you on the seas.
It's not, it would have been preferable to a 606 or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Shock doesn't do
That would
much.
be 85.5 natural nuclear.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit.
So Australia is your vassal at the moment. Well, your colony. It has been renamed ISIS Prison Colony because it has some Muslims to the north.
New Zealand.
It has New Zealand as well, yeah. New Zealand is populated on the north. He's making... Did I not tag? I think the tag failed. Okay, so I'm still Malaya for some reason. The tag is C05. We'll try like that. Okay. It was C capital. Income 21. Half of it is from subsidies, so it's counting on you not to die. You probably could not afford colonizing as much without your help. He could still afford one more colony, actually, so probably one just finished. He wants to find gold. He did, actually. Oh, that's nice. That's going to help him a lot. A gold province is going to increase his income by 50%, and he could still find some in other places. His dev is currently 194, so actually quite a lot already. Especially seeing that he only owns the coast so far. He hasn't killed that many AIs yet, but he's receiving no, he's okay. He's not receiving money from them, so he's not fighting that much. I would recommend to like clean the AIs ASAP. He has 14k. The AIs, oh, they are take 9, so they can still fight, but well, they have small armies, so it should not be too much of an issue. And once he finishes cleaning that, he can clean New Zealand and the Fijis and everything. And that's like not too bad land and not too bad dev, so that's going to be an interesting nation. He went for expansion, then plutocratic, then economic. Okay, he didn't go exploration, probably because he doesn't need it. Yeah.
That's just what the colony is.
Yeah. The colonial ideas are very good. There is dev cost from the start. There is regiment cost. That's nice. There is a global settler increase. That's going to be nice. Construction cost. So it's very good. And the Republican tradition allows to get always good rulers. 656 at the moment. Well connected and architectural visionary. So it's probably going to be a period where he can build a lot of things, especially since the gold province is soon going to be finished. I would exploit directly, even if it's low dev and if there is no governing capacity issues, just to make the first workshops. He has some workshops already. Does he control his trade a lot? Only 20%, that's not a lot, so I would, I think I would increase the natural harbors to start. Who is keeping the trade? So Malaya has 40%, he has 20%, that means that all the other small AIs still have 20% each, so killing them will be important quite soon. Okay, I missed Oirat. Oirat is making 57 a month. 22 of it is Benef. He has 5 loans from the not from the estates because he cannot get dues. So 5 loans, but for like at least he's making some money now. Take 10, 9, 11, quality on the way, economic is finished. he has 700 dev for himself. Bashkiria and Yeren are vassals. Bashkiria is quite beefy. Yeren as well. Yeren is basically the new Manchu. Is he integrating them? He is integrating them, but Bashkiria will not be integrating before a while, 40 years, and even more than that, since the diplomatic reputation is going to be lowered by the integration of Yeren. So Bashkiria is there for a moment. He could take that and to pay off the loans. Since they are 4%, 3.5% loans, you want to pay them as soon as possible. How much governing capacity he has? 800 for 700, so he still can core everything. That's nice. He expanded a bit into Manchuria this session and benefited quite a lot from the death of Muscovy. He took basically all the northern part of Bashkiria. In terms of religion, he is full Tengri, okay, which means that his army actually does not cost a lot. It costs 12.25 when paid for, but he only has 47k at the moment on the field. For a first limit of 106, he could get a bigger army, but since he fought only AIs this session, it probably was not necessary. I will overact Gansu real quick since it will be played next session normally. 42 ducat income, still paying for the war taxes. That's a lot of mil mana. Oh no, it's free during peace. Okay, so only during the war times it was a problem. A first limit of 82. He still doesn't have the discipline. Oh, what the fuck! So I think AI took diplomatic, so he would need to ask for a refund, but he would have to start over quality. So quality won't be finished before a while, which means that the discipline is going to be low for a while, and even the morale is not that high. The morale is 370, while there is Golden Era. Golden Era was popped in 1518, so I think first day of the session. That's going to be a problem for him, and AI didn't pick the policy as well, which means that the income was a bit lower. He lost 150 of income each month for basically the whole session. Wei is a vassal. I think it was vassalized. Yeah, it was vassalized by force. Okay, it's not a bad idea since it has a lot of cores. But I tried to fight for these cores and it was not easy. So it won't be that easy for him either. Workshops, some of them could be really interesting to build. A lot of temples, not that many barracks, no regimental camps yet, and 2 manufacturers, 3, 4, so 4 manufacturers. Okay. And I think there is only my nation left. Oh no, there is Cuba. I will have to go check Cuba after. So my nation, my income is 133, 62 from it from production. I got a gold mine from Yunnan this session, which is still nice. Force limit is 293, just shy of 300. I'm a bit sad, I wanted to reach 300 before the end of the session. The workshops are done, a lot of temples that I will have to destroy. Basically the barracks are done, regimental camps, the center of my country is done, and I'm attacking the manufacturers at the moment. I have a few, but not a lot yet. Less than 10, so I need to progress on that. I exploited a lot the base tax. Only 1/5 of my nation is admin at the moment. Expanded into Korea and Japan, as well as a fair chunk of Yunnan. So that was overall a very good session for me, since my dev went from, I think, just above 600 to 1k. Lots through conquest, so that was a good session, and I can form typing Heavenly Kingdom. Why can't I? Yeah, but like everything is I think it's not actualized, because well, I do own Canton, Nanjing, Jian, and 20 provinces in South China. Oh, I think it did not actualize because I don't own the other ones. Like, I think he's still the game still thinks I'm Genzu. But no problem. So the force limit is 283. Naval force limit is 82. I am at force limit at the moment, but my fighting fleet is not very scary. 25 galleys and 1 heavy. They are up to date, but it's not force limit. It's not combat width, sorry. But I have 35 transports to be able to carry my stacks from Japan to Korea to China quite fast. It's going to be needed. I will check the autonomy. It's rather low everywhere. That's okay, less than 5%. I'm happy with that. And the very good thing with Zhejiang is that it starts as an empire, which means that all the cultures in China are integrated, apart from these ones, but it's very low dev, so it's not really a problem. And even Korea is integrated, and I mean there are 3 cultures only in Japan, so only these cultures and the south could be integrated, so the Yi and the Miao, and I think I will just culture convert, since it's like 3 provinces each. So that's fairly nice. In terms of religion, I integrated Shinto, Jewish, and Dharmic, and I'm integrating Muslim at the moment. I could still integrate Pagan for the CCA, Christian for the diplomat, or Vajrayana for the missionary. That's probably going to be the last one I integrate, because I don't really care about conversion. This one is interesting, but not the most interesting. This one is absolutely not interesting at the moment, since I'm shifting out of cavalry. My new stacks don't have cavalry anymore. But the Muslim one is nice for the trade efficiency. So why not? And I mean, like, I have a lot of Vajrayana land, but it's not giving any trouble, since the tolerance is high. So we have Cuba to check, and then we are done. So how is Cuba looking? Ivar's Aquavit Distillery. Okay, why not? I would have to ask Thunder if it's like a whiskey or something. I don't know the. Yeah, but what kind of alcohol is it? Yeah, okay. How much dev does he has? 233 dev, so already quite a beefy nation. The income is 24. None of it is from subsidies, so he's actually way richer than Australia is. Only paying for 2 colonists, while he could be paying for 3 quite easily. He nearly finishes economic, which will give him 10% morale, 1 more leader, maintenance, production, dev cost, and 5%. Oh no, he doesn't have the 5%. What kind of... oh, he could get some yearly Republican tradition. Very nice to stack with the 0.50 he already has from the colonial ideas. That means that basically he would be at 2.4 per year. That's free re-election. That's basically free re-election. 13 every 5 years. 5 times 2.4 is 12. So it would cost him only 1 republican traduction per election cycle, which is next to nothing. In terms of force limit, 26, 27 naval force limit. Is there any player he could be afraid of at the moment? Only Norway, basically, but I think they are in good terms. Apart from that, Congo maybe, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Mexico is not played yet. It might be next session if someone wants to hop on it. Apart from this possibility of Mexico and maybe Norway is extremely safe. I wanted to look at the buildings. Up, few workshops. That's nice. Didn't do the trade buildings, which could probably be a priority. He doesn't own that much of the trade, while he has most of the center of trades. Building them and upgrading the center of trades early could secure quite a lot of income. Like he could easily go to 12 ducats here, which is still a big boost. So I think he should prioritize the trade buildings and upgrading the center of trades, because neither the regimental camps nor the barracks are going to be a problem anytime soon. He's going to fight only small AIs there, if he fights at all. So yeah, that's trade and then production are probably the best thing to do. He's still staying a vassal from Great Britain for the moment. He's not independent yet. I wonder why that is. But I mean, I don't remember the ideas of Caribbean, Cuban, and Haitian, so he probably does not have a big incentive to switch for now. Okay, we will stop here. So see ya next week, guys, and yeah, basically see ya next week.